I feel particularly short right now.
Why? You're up high.
Vis-a-vis the reader table.
Wow. You like soapbox.
I have one. I'm very excited for that second day. I've never given a High Holy Day draft in this place.
Well, technically, no.
You know what, I like that. That's true. Technically no one has.
Only one of the first.
That was pretty cool.
And if you redefine place to include people in it, then it's different each year anyway.
Oh, so true.
So this year it has a little bit more attached. Even shorter than this, right? Nice and
I also blocked people. Get them on the skirt. Because there was a huge day.
because the daytime is extended to the ballroom.
my shots.
These are great stories. You should write them down. And they ran into the Erev ran into the daddy. Okay, I'm gonna go over there with my kids a lot. Yes, I would love to hear more sometime. I'll come and sit down. No, they're good. They're good. We like them.
And just about 30 seconds.
I didn't bring my talit. Thank you.
Just
I'm sure it's the same.
I know I've seen you
maybe
before.
I should daven from Alev Shalem. I'm sure it's the same. Yeah, Aleinu. Yep, that's it. Right.
Can I have permission to call together the room?
Yeah.
So we can like fill the room? Yai nai nai, yai nai nai, yai nai nai nai, yai nai nai, yai nai nai, yai nai nai, yai nai nai nai, yai nai nai, yai nai 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 nai, yai nai nai, yai nai 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 nai, yai nai nai, yai nai 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 nai, yai nai nai, yai nai 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 nai, yai nai nai, yai nai nai, yai nai nai, yai nai nai nai, yai nai nai, yai nai nai, yai nai nai, yai nai nai nai, yai nai nai, yai nai 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 nai, yai nai nai, yai nai 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 nai,
everyone. The high holiday season begins with everyone's favorite service, weekday mincha, which can be found on page 431, as we can literally feel the year ending, the light of 5779 yielding to the light of 5780, which we feel so powerfully in this room. We don't even have to think too much about it. It will present itself. Page 431 for Ashrei.
Ashrei Yoshevei Techa, Or Yochazala, Ashrei Am Shakachalo, Ashrei Am Shana Lahav, Tilala David. Tov Adonai L'Kol V'Racham Avachom Asav. Tzaddik B'chol D'Rachav V'Chasid B'chom Asav. Tilat Adonai B'Pi V'Rich Kobasav Shem Kachol Ilam Va'ed V'Nachnu V'Achya Metavlim Hallelujah.
Rise, Chatzi Kaddish.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה ביעמד יברח חירותי וימחמחותי וחי יכונה ויכונה וחי רחו בישראל בעגלה בזמן קריב אמרו אמן יהי שמי רבה מברך למאיה יברך וישתבח ויפאר ויתרומם וינשא ויתדר ויתעלה ויתעלה שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירם ביעמה ויאמרו אמן.
We'll do the Amidah as a Hecha Kedusha, which means that Larry will begin on page 433. We remain standing. We'll say the Kedusha responsively with him in the bottom of 434. And then when he's finished with that, we'll go back and say the Amidah to ourselves in a whisper.
Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu v'lehei Avotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak v'lehei Yaakov Ha'el HaGadol HaGibor v'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'konei HaKol V'zocher Chasdei Avot U'mevi Goel V'vnehem L'man Shemo B'Yahava Melech Ozer Mashiach Magen Baruch Ata Adonai Magen Avraham אתה גיבור עולם אדוני, מחיים איתים את הרב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מחכה החיים בחסד, מחיים איתים ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אותו שני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומדומה לך, מלך מימין מחיים מצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות מתים, ברוך אתה אדוני, מחייהם מתים. נקדש את שמך בעולם כששמעתישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב היה נביאך, וקרא זה אל זה ואמר. קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות מלך הארץ כבודו, למתם ברוך יאמרו. ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו, ודברי קודשך כתוב לאמור. ימלוך אדוני לעולם אלוהי יחצין לדור ודור הללויה לדור ודור נגיד גורלך ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש ושכחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד כי אל מלך גדול וקדוש אתה ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
you're still davening, please continue at your own pace. Kaddish Shalem, page 441.
יתגדל ויתגדל שמי רבה, ויאמר דברי חירותי וימי חמחותי, בחיי חונם ויחונם וחיי רחוב בישראל, ועגלה בזמן קריב, אמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך. יתברך וישתבח ויפאר וידרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתהלל ויתהלל שמי לקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירם ביומה ויאמרו אמן. תתקבל סלוט הון ובהון לכל ישראל קדם ובון שמעיה ויאמרו אמן. יהי שלום הרבה מן שמעיה וחיים עלינו ויעקב ישראל ויאמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ויעקב ישראל ויאמרו Amen.
Aleinu 442.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שם לשמיים. על כן נקבל לכם אלוהינו לראות מהרבה. כך כתוב תורתך לא ימלוך לעולם ועד ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
Kaddish Yatom Mourners Kaddish, page 443.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה וזמן קריב אמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ועולמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתהלל ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירם ביומה ויאמרו אמן. יהי שלום רבה מן שמיה וחיים עלינו ויעל כל ישראל ויאמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ויעל כל ישראל ויאמרו אמן.
Shakoach to Larry. I'm going to ask you all to turn to page 5. Just a few seconds, we'll hear those notes that, more than any other notes, tell us what season we're in. It's the music that we hear just 3 nights a year, Erev Rosh Hashanah, second night of Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. And we'll be led by our cantor, Rabbi Chorny, a tremendous thought partner and Bima partner, and entering her 6th year here at Temple Beth Am as one of the truly integral leaders of our community. I'm going to ask you to rise on page 5 as we start this season together. We'll all split up into different rooms tomorrow, but for tonight, we are together.
et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Vaed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech Umavir Yom Umhevi Laila Umavdil Ben Yom Uvein Laila Adonai Tzvaot Shemo El Chai V'Kayam Tamidim Loch Aleinu Le'olam Vaed. Baruch Atah Adonai Hamariv Aravim. Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael V'Achat Adonai. Ki heim chayeinu me'orech yameinu uvahem nikei yomam v'layla ve'avatecha al tasir mimeinu le'olamim. Baruch Atah Adonai Ohev Amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Adonai Elohechem emet ve'emunah kol zot v'kayam aleinu ki hu Adonai Eloheinu. Umalchuto beratzon ki belu alehem Moshe uvnei Yisrael lechanu shira v'simcha rabba v'yamiru chulam nichamocha v'helim Adonai nikamocha nedar v'kodesh nur ha'tehilot ha'sifileh malchutecha rovanecha bokei hayam lifnei Moshe zeili anu ve'yameru Adonai Ve'nemar את אדוני את יעקב וגלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גלי ישראל השיבנו ושמור צאתנו ובואנו לחיים ושלום מעתה ועד עולם ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך ברוך אתה אדוני הפורש סוכת שלום עלינו ויהי כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים.
Please rise, top of page 10.
תקעו בחודש שופר בכסה ליום חגנו כי חוק לישראל הוא משפט לאלוהי יעקב.
Just before we say the first Amidah of the holiday season, those of you who are on the shul email list saw that I sent out a prompt this week to invite people to share some thoughts about what was on their mind, on their heart this season. And I received some wonderful responses that I'm going to be sharing throughout the Yontif. For those of you who are not on the email, the prompt was very simple. What is on my heart and mind as I go into the high holidays for me, for my family, for my community, for my country, for Israel, for the world? Here's one response I got. As with any prayerful moment, any ordinary Shabbat, or any other holiday, but especially the high holidays, I'm looking to slough off the dead parts of my soul, like dead skin cells, the disappointments, hurts, scars, and slights that I hold on to with a false sense of righteousness. For I know in the better part of my soul that they hold me back and make it more difficult to embrace the true meaning of the high holidays in particular, and of life overall. To be in the moment, this precious moment, is liberation from the past and preparation for a better future. Chatzi Kaddish into the Amidah for Rosh Hashanah.
V'yitkadosh Shemei Rabbah v'yilmad yivrach yirutei v'yinlich malchutei b'chayei chom u'v'yomei chom u'chayei decho beit Yisrael v'gala u'v'zman nekariv v'miru hamin yesh meira v'mivara le'halam u'lamei almaya Yisvarach v'yishapach v'yitpahar v'yitrama v'yitnasei v'yitadar v'yitalei v'yitalal shemei dekudesha v'richu Leila, Leila, Mikol berchata v'shirata, tushve
Kaddish Lane, page 19.
Yitzkata Shemei Rabba
Amen.
Ve'amati v'ra kirutei ve'hamlich malchutei V'chayechon u'vyomeichon u'chayei techol Beit Yisrael B'kala u'vizman kariv V'imeru Amen Yehi Shemei Rabba Mevara Le'alam Olamei Amaya Yitzparach V'yishabach V'yitbar V'yitromal V'yitnasei V'yithadar V'yitalei V'yitalal Shemei Dekudesha Berichu Le'heila Le'heila Mikol Birchata L'shirata Tushbechata V'nechemata Damiran Be'alma V'imeru Amen Titzkabal Tzlot Tehon Ova Tehon Decho Yisrael Chadam Avuhan Divishmaya 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 V'imeru V'imeru Amen Yishlam Rabba Min Shemaya V'chaim Aleinu V'akol Yisrael V'imeru Amen Hasi Shalom Bimroma Hasi Shalom Aleinu V'akol Yisrael V'imeru Amen.
Please rise or remain standing for Kiddush. If there are children in the room, please come to the center and get some grape juice. I see some children there. Come get grape juice. There's plenty of grape juice. Come get. Yeah, come on. John, you want? You're the token child. Grape juice? Come take. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'am v'romemanu mikol hashon v'kiddeshanu b'mitzvotav ותיתן לנו אדוני אלוהינו באהבה את יום הזיכרון הזה, יום תשועה מקרא קודש זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי הבנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, ודברך אמת וקיים ליד, ברוך אתה אדוני מלך על כל הארץ, מקדש ישראל ויום הזיכרון. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. Arlenu, page 25.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר ראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו לשפט האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, לגמור עלינו ככל המוענם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויסד הארץ, ומשה בקרוב השמיים ממעול, ושכינתו זו לגבי מרומי. הוא אלוהינו, אינו, ארץ מלכנו, וזולתו, והשבות האלה לבבך, כי אדוני הוא אלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחתינו. ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Maybe seated, page 27, Psalm for the high holiday season.
אחת שאלתי מאת אדוני אותה אבקש. אחת שאלתי מאת אדוני אותה אבקש. שבתי בבית אדוני כל ימי חיי, לחזות בנועם, בנועם אדוני, ולבקר בהיכלו. לחזות בנועם, בנועם אדוני, ולבקר בהיכלו. קיצוני בסוכות. Lulei manti lirot v'tuv Adonai be'eretz chayim kave'el Adonai chazak v'yametz libecha v'kave'el Adonai.
Kaddish Tom, Mourner's Kaddish, which is on page 26.
Yit gadal v'yit kadash shemei rabbah. Be'alma divara kirutei v'amlich malchutei b'chayechon u'vyomechon u'chayei dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala u'vizman kari ve'imru amen. Yehi shemei rabbah mevarach le'alam u'lamei amaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. Vit hadar, vit ale, vit halal, shemei tekudja brichu. Leila, leila, mikol birchata v'shirata, tush b'chata v'nechamata, damiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen.
Shakoach, Rabbi Chorny. This is my 11th High Holidays in this community. And as I reflect upon that, I think it's the case that this represents the community, the shul community, even though there have been different rooms, with whom I've spent the most number of Rosh Hashanahs in my life. I was in my former community for 9 years. Growing up, my father was a High Holiday Chazan. He's a psychiatrist by profession, but he was a High Holiday Chazan on a synagogue on Long Island for many years. And some years I would be with him, some years I would be with my grandparents in Manhattan. I don't think I spent 11 years at either of them. So sometimes it's awesome just to note the amount of time you've logged with certain faces. Even if the outside landscape has changed. And I'm in awe of the mixture of years and generations and decades represented by the people in this room right this moment. Some of you have just joined the synagogue and are here for your first time or first 3 or 4 times in this community. Some of you are guests tonight. Welcome. Come back. We love a new face in this community. Some of you remember when the previous sanctuary was dedicated. You were present for it and have been a part of this community for decades. Some of you were part of the process that brought me here 11 years ago. Some are just within a few years of joining the synagogue. Some have been leaders of this community already for years and decades. And one of the things that happens in a shul community, in particular on Rosh Hashanah, even though again tomorrow we'll split up into different minyanim, is, as we say in the first paragraph of the Amidah that we said just a few minutes ago, we become Aguda Achat, a single joining, a single gathering. Aguda is a combining together. It's the same word that will describe the 4 species that we brought together on Sukkot in a few weeks. And even though this by far does not represent the entirety of this community, I feel it as a very holy Aguda of Jews who've come together with very different things on our minds. We're going to be reading from the same machzor. We have different prayers because we live different lives. And we have different disappointments and different aspirations. But we get to share a piece of this together. And this year we have the great bracha of sharing this new space together. Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel, the great 20th century rabbi, activist, philosopher, theologian, some would even say prophet, said the following. Some of this quote may be familiar to some of you. Our goal should be to live life in radical amazement. To get up in the morning and look at the world in a way that takes nothing for granted. Everything is phenomenal. Everything is incredible. To never treat life casually. He wrote, to be spiritual is to be amazed. I stand amazed a lot. Some of the amazement is not good. There are a lot of things that amaze us in this world that are not necessarily the things that fill us up with a sense of joy and fullness. But when I think about this community and the blessing that I have to be a part of it and to help lead it, I sometimes overflow with the kind of amazement that Rabbi Heschel said we should be walking through life with all the time. And Erev Rosh Hashanah has become a traditional time for me to share brief, so much briefer than they deserve to be, brief words of amazement for and gratitude for just some, by far not all the people who make this community what it is, because at the very least, they should hear it occasionally. I have amazement and gratitude for some of the lay leaders amongst the hordes of them that we have. It's always a mistake when you mention a few people, people will be not mentioned, but you know where I'm going in this moment. I think about you, Avi, and your determination that for the years that you were the president of the synagogue, nothing is more important in your life than making this place soar and thrive. And that's not a given. There's plenty of ways to be president of an institution, and your way is remarkable, and it's inspiring, even and especially when there's disagreement. Because there's holy disagreement when a community has hard things to discuss. But you do it with such a sense of passion and commitment that people come along with you even when they think you're utterly wrong. But you are just occasionally. It's such a delight, Avi, and such an honor to be partnering with you during this time and to call you a friend. And I don't think he's here tonight, but I have to spend just a few seconds commenting on the commitment that Mark Samuel, who has been chairman of the building committee for the last X number of years, the extent to which he has dedicated his life. And he has a life outside this. He has 3 children, and he has a family, and he has a business, and he runs triathlons. Somehow he finds the time to do it. And what he has been able to give over to this community so that we could be sitting in this, and that tomorrow we'll be sitting in the gym. I say this in different ways in different times. I can't fathom having a volunteer position, given the busyness of my life, to which I could commit 1/10 of the time and energy that the two of you do. I want to add to it, he's a little bit behind the scenes now because he's waiting for his opportunity to become the president, but Stuart Tochner, who will be starting as presidency next summer, that is if he's elected, if there's a kind of a rogue candidacy that comes up against him. For those of you who know him, you know the truth of what I say about him. His wisdom, his rectitude, his ability also to take time away from his family and his work to be available to me and to be available to members of the staff. It's an invaluable contribution that he's already making, let alone what he will make. And I am a very blessed man and a blessed rabbi that I get to partner with you 3. I want to call out Michael Harris, who's sitting right over there. If you just raise your hand, Michael, not everyone knows Michael. Michael, another one of the people in our community who spend dozens of hours every week, certainly every month, making sure that the ritual parts of this community are dealt with tenderness and seriousness. Michael will be one of our honorees at Simchat Torah in a few weeks, deservedly so, for being the morning and afternoon gabbai of our daily minyan. I just want you to know what that means. It really means that almost 365 days of the year, except when he's visiting his grandchildren in Israel, he starts his day and he ends his day here, so that Temple Beth Am can say that we have a morning and afternoon minyan every single day of the year, not to mention his leadership every Shabbat morning as the head of the Gabaim in this room, and helping us turn this room from a building into a sanctuary. Michael, I applaud your commitment to this ritual community and this ritual life. So thank you, Michael. We'll say more to you and about you on Simchat Torah. I have amazement for and gratitude for the professional team that I get to work with every day. And we are a big community, so we have a big team, but I'm focusing specifically on the senior staff. The senior staff has recreated itself for the third time in 3 years, or a recreation for the second time. We're once again learning how to be a group of 6. And it's a process of meshing and supporting and pushing and growing and learning what it means to give with a sense of selfless devotion to this community. And they each deserve tremendous awards and recognition. Very briefly, just for the ones who are in this group, Dr. Erica Rothblum, who I do not believe is here tonight, who pushes against the grain because Jewish private school education, as we go year and year into the 21st century, is a harder and harder thing to make stand, a harder and harder thing to make possible. And she believes in it with everything that she has. And she believes in the nexus between incredible secular studies that prepare our children to be adults in this world. And she believes in Torah, and she believes in Israel, and she believes in prayer. And I am in awe of what she does. I say to her often, and with no exaggeration, that I cannot imagine having her job. I cannot imagine having her job. And she does it exceptionally well. And I hope that if and when you see her throughout the holidays, you'll pass on those remarks to her. I will, of course, as well. Rabbi Rebecca Schatz, who's new to our team, but not new to our community. Right? They say you can never come home again. It's not easy to come and establish yourself as a full-time professional in a community that first knew you as an intern, and also that has known you through your Ramah connections and your Sinai connections as you were growing up. They say also, a navi bi'iro, it's hard to be a prophet in your own town. It's compelling to come back to where your family is, and not the easiest thing to create a rabbinic name for yourself. And you're already doing it. Beitenu will be different on this high holidays, not only because it'll be in the gym, which it will be, but because of your vision for what a family-friendly and a davening-rich spiritual community ought to be. You've been formally on our staff for 3.5 months, July, August, it's 3 months. And the community is better already as a result. And I can't even imagine the great work you'll do when you finally have an office. So, oh, no, you have an office, you don't have a door. Small details. And not to mention when you get air conditioning in your office. Boy, then it's going to be incredible. Welcome, Rabbi Schatz. We are so lucky and blessed to have you. Rabbi Matt Shapiro is in his 3rd job in 3 years, and that's not an easy thing. And his 2nd job in this community, right? An entirely different job description to move from serving as interim associate rabbi last year to now being the director of youth learning engagement, really learning an entirely new portfolio, new people who report to you, new foci of your work. And it's also not an easy thing to establish this rabbinic personality just a few steps away from where you last served. There's overlap. Some of that overlap is wonderful. Some of that overlap is complicated. And you're handling it with such a sense of grace and focus. And how blessed we are that you are a part of this senior staff in this community, how blessed the youth of our community are that you are the voice leading them. So welcome to this position, Rabbi Matt Shapiro, and we look forward to the tremendous things that you will do. Rabbi Chorny, as I mentioned before, I talk to a lot of rabbis. Some of my dearest friends are rabbis, and I talk about what life is like in the pulpit and what partnerships are between rabbis and cantors and other clergy in the community. And I know that some of those relationships are really fraught. They're just not always easy to figure out whose voice and whose leadership and whose focus. And Rabbi Chorny, you and I don't agree on everything. But the way in which you support both the work that I'm trying to do from my position and the way that you develop your own sense for what this community can sound like and be like, your loyalty, your ability to tell me things I don't always want to hear but need to hear, and your friendship and your sophistication and your voice, both your davening voice and your human rabbinic voice, it uplifts every member of this community, even if they haven't yet had one-on-one time with you. And I don't just thank you, I thank the universe that I get to be a pulpit partner with you. So thank you, and Shana Tova Rabbi Chorny. And nothing happens in this institution, nothing, without some piece of it being lifted up and held up and enriched by Cheryl Goldman. And when you work in a community like this and you're not the rabbi, you're not the cantor, you're not the head of school, it's very easy for people to walk in and out of the building every single day and have no idea the extent to which your leadership and your choosing work over family more often than we would even hold up as being admirable because you're so committed, particularly when an institution is going through flux like we've gone in. I come into your office sometimes exasperated. I come sometimes for a laugh. I come for counsel. I come for information because you have it. No matter what the topic is, you have it. And what a tremendous blessing you are to this community and will continue to be for this community. And I hope that you rest and daven this Yontif. I hope that you enjoy these 48 hours and the 24 hours next week, because you deserve that. You deserve to walk in and feel the spirit of Yontif. So everybody, leave her alone on Rosh Hashanah and allow her to be with her family, with her prayers, because she more than deserves that. Our facility team and our security team, wow. You may not know them by name. Even if you come here every day, you may not know them by name. That's a failure on all of our parts, because we should know everyone in this community who do something significant by name. But we are living not in easy times when it comes to securing a campus. We're living not in easy times in terms of getting things done around a complicated building. And particularly on the high holidays, which is, in some ways, it's just prayers. But it's a very, very complex set of days to set up. You have people who are not wearing kittles and are not giving sermons and are not leading davening, who, if they weren't doing what they were doing, we would not be able to put on these services. We would not be able to keep the building open. And I hope that you will express it as a representation of your Jewish values and your sense of giving honor to those who are due it. That even more than I hope you already do, don't let these holidays pass you by without your giving more consideration, more gratitude, more respect for the members of this staff who make sure that we are open, make sure that we are working, make sure that we are safe. They are integral to this community and the holy experiences that we'll have over the next few days. I've been thinking a lot about noise recently. It's a banal word. It just means things that you hear, noise. I've been thinking about the noise of our society, the extent to which noise distracts us from things that are core and key. Unwanted, unbidden noises that intrude upon our life and our intimacies. And not just the noises of like sirens and sounds and voices, but the noise of the stuff of our era. I don't know about you, but it's hard to get through a day. Forget about reading the paper, which I try to do every day. Just to keep up with the article that this person posted and the tweet that that person posted in the Jewish community and in the secular community, and just noise, and it's all important, it's all critical. You have to know, you have to be current, you have to be present, and it's noise sometimes. It's noise that takes us away from the things sometimes that are most significant. Some of you may have seen I found both gripping and terrible photo essay that a link to this photo essay was sent around as part of the noise of our society over the last few weeks. I think it was from the New York Times, I'm not exactly sure. Somebody took pictures of normal-ish people in normal, quiet moments of partnership and connectivity, a quiet moment on a sofa, a moment on a park bench, a family eating dinner at a restaurant, and photoshopped out all of the devices that were actually in the picture. So you had a couple sitting in bed next to each other, and they each look like this, but there's nothing in their hands because the iPad was photoshopped out. Or the family sitting at a Wednesday night dinner at their home or in a restaurant, not any of them looking at each other's eyes, but looking down into an empty space that was created because the phone or the iPad was taken out. It was a devastating and sensational photo essay, showing in absence in some ways the extent to which the noises that we didn't really ask for, but are somehow addicted to and are pulled back to, are taking over our lives and taking over our relationships. And I think that getting beyond the noise, and there's always been noise in life, has never been harder, and it's never been more important. Now, what is there past noise? Is there anything? Can you go past noise? There's some masters, some spiritual masters, meditation masters from different traditions, for whom past noise is actually nothing. They can achieve no noise. That's actually hard for us to imagine. It's like trying to imagine what's at the end of the universe, or what reality was like before light was separated from dark. There are some masters that I've been in the presence of, some of them, who can move past the detritus of life and get to noiselessness, where the soul is calmed. For most of us who toil through life and even who try to pray and try to connect to our spirits, we might try to reach a few moments of spiritual elevation tonight, tomorrow, maybe even a whisper of transcendence. But I think we fail more often than we succeed, by the way, guilty as charged, in trying to get beyond the noise. And what might be beyond the noise even if we tried? I think for us normalish folks, what's beyond the noise is a different noise. It's a quieter one. It's one a little more real, a little more humble. It's more connected to our souls, to our muses, and it is elusive. Archie Gottesman, who is a New York Jew who's come back to her Judaism later on in life and has created it's hard to know what it's called, an organization, institution, a world, a reality called Jubelong, is producing a lot of material out there for those who are trying to find their way back into Judaism, for whom Judaism was an essential piece of their life. And she says that in her return to Judaism, the most precious moments of her Jewish life and the most precious moments of her week, as she has brought a little bit of Jewish ritual back into her consciousness, are the moments that some of us will have in a few minutes as we go home to our houses and we say Kiddush at a house and we do Netilat Yadayim. You wash your hands before you're eating the challah. And tradition, Jewish law, says that in between doing Netilat Yadayim and saying Mamotzi, you say nothing. And the reason is, lest your human base mouth sully the sanctity of the moment, kind of undoing the whole spiritual preparation of washing your hands, and say Lashon Hara, say something you shouldn't have said, speak poorly of someone. So since your instinct is probably to speak poorly of someone, you say nothing. And so in many Shabbat meals and in holiday meals, you have 2 to 6 minutes, depending on how many people are there, of quiet. People in a room together, quiet. Kids may be laughing. Sometimes you do a nigun. But it's a little whisper of noiselessness. That's her favorite part of the week. I do a meditation in our community every Wednesday at noon for the entire staff. They don't all come, but it's available to the entire staff. A midweek opportunity to cut through the noise that was and the noise that will be, to reach into at least a short version of noiselessness. The best part of the meditation, for me and for others, they tell it to me, are the first 5 seconds. Everything I say after that is commentary. We turn off the lights in the conference room. The shades come down. I ask everyone to close their eyes. I ask them to put their hands on their legs. And in 5 seconds, it's a little different. Whether you meditate or not, everyone here knows how to close their eyes. I'm going to ask you to do so. I won't know if you're doing so, but you will. If you can, I'm going to ask you to put both feet on the floor and feel the touch, the contact of the rug, and the embrace, the pull of gravity upon your body. I don't want you to breathe any differently than you normally do, but I want you to be aware of the fact that you are breathing. Just bring it to a consciousness. And although we're not in a soundproof room, and of course my voice is audible, I want you to try to go in whatever way this means something to you, beyond the noise. Go somewhere real inside of you. Not everything real that you encounter inside of you is easy. But just go there, beyond the waterfall, the cascade of sounds and intrusions and articles and tweets and tablets and assignments. Go to a piece of you that's always there but not always accessed. Go there just to visit, with no task, no agenda, no judgment, no expectation. Just see what it feels like in your body and in your spirit to breathe yourself beyond the noise. I pray that tonight and tomorrow and Tuesday and next week in Yom Kippur, that you hear some thunderclaps of awakening, of awareness, of deeds that you must try to do. And I pray that you hear the quietest of sounds, the sound of your own self, realizing who you really are and who you are on the cusp of being beyond all the noise of the world. And as you open your eyes, I wish you a Shana Tova. And we will conclude with Yigdal on page 28.
יגדל אלוהים חי וישתבח נמצא והנית אל מציאותו אחד ואין יחיד כייחודו נעלם וגם אין סוף לאחדותו אין Lo dimut haguf ve'eino guf. Lo naroch elav kedushato. Kadmon lechol davar asher nivra rishon ve'ein reshit le'reshito. Ino Adon Olam v'chono tzar yorei gedulato u'malchuto shefa nevuato netanu el anshei segulato v'tifarto lo kam Israel kemoshe od navi umavi tetmunato Torat emet natan lihamoel al yad nevio neman beito lo yachalifael velo yamir daito leolamim lezulaito sofi veyodea sitarinu mabit lesof davar dekademato gomer leish chesed kemifalo notein lerashara Ishaito Ishlach Liketz Yamin Meshichenu Liftot Mechakeket Yeshuato Metim Yechayel Beroch Haistro Baruch Atayad Shem Tehilato Leitim Yechayel Beroch Haistro Baruch Atayad Shem Tehilato Hashanah Tova.